Seabridge Gold's KSM Project is a proposed gold and copper mine located in northwestern British Columbia, 65 kilometres north of Stewart BC and 35 kilometres northeast of the Alaskan border. The project is estimated to have a 50-plus year life and will be a key economic anchor for northwestern British Columbia, the rest of the province, and Canada. The KSM project is separated into two sites located in different alpine valleys, each confined by mountains. The two sites will be connected by twin 23-kilometre tunnels, which run under the mountains and provide a route for ore transport to the plant and personnel and supplies to the mine. The mineral deposits are located on the western portion of the site, where the natural water quality is poor. Minerals will be processed on the eastern side. This site will include the process plant and associated Tailings Management Facility, or TMF, which will contain the waste that is produced after extraction of the valuable minerals from the rock. The TMF is designed to minimize long-term environmental impacts by the proper storage of the mine waste, which is called tailings. Tunnels built through and ditches built along the valley walls will collect uphill water runoff and divert it around the Tailings Management Facility. Since this water is diverted before contacting the Tailings Management Facility, it's the same natural water that has always flowed off the mountains, and it will not impact the fish living downstream. The Tailings Management Facility does not drain into Alaskan waters. After the mined rocks have been processed and the metals removed, the leftover waste material is essentially sand and silt. It is called tailings. Tailings are stored in the Tailings Management Facility. The KSM Tailings Management Facility has been designed using Best Available Tailings Technology, or BATT, which focuses on both physical and geochemical stability and ensures the environment is protected. It is important to remember that Best Available Tailings Technology is not a single technology. It is a technological design based on site-specific details that results in a stable and resilient TMF. For KSM, the Tailings Management Facility will fit within an already formed valley, which provides natural containment for the material it will hold. It will have 3 independent cells designed to store the tailings in a responsible and safe manner. About 10% of the total tailings material could be acid generating and could potentially cause environmental impacts. The remaining 90% consists of sand and silt and is benign. We are planning to carefully contain the potentially acidic material in a lined center cell. This cell will be isolated from the main portion of the Tailings Management Facility and the natural environment. KSM's Tailings Management Facility design is designed to incorporate Best Available Tailings Technology. The facility will be constructed before the mine begins operation. Over the life of the mine, construction will be done in stages to minimize disturbance and potential environmental impacts. Tailings will be retained by 4 dams constructed out of compacted cyclone sand built on top of compacted, zoned earthfill starter dams. Compacted cyclone sand is tailings with the water removed. It is essentially a form of dry stacking. Some dams at other mineral projects are constructed with earth-fill embankments, but in the case of KSM, cyclone sand is a stronger, safer, and more stable choice, offering greater protection against earthquakes over the long term. A good example of a dam built out of cyclone sand is at the currently operating Highland Valley mine, located in central British Columbia, which has been operating for more than 50 years. KSM's 4 dams will range from an initial height of 35 meters to more than 200 meters at the end of mine life. This will not be the largest cyclone sand dam in the world. There are higher dams located in South America, which is far more prone to earthquakes. Long-term outer dam slopes are constructed at a 3:1 grade. A gentle slope like this one is an important design feature when assessing the long-term safety of any dam. KSM's Tailings Management Facility was environmentally assessed for discharge. So, each year, we will release environmentally acceptable excess water into the natural environment. This discharge will be released to mimic the natural flow of water volume in nearby waterways, and there will be no harm to fish living downstream or impacts to the water quality. During operations, we will ensure accumulated water remains kilometers away from the dams at each end of the facility. Maintaining a free water pond away from embankments is key to ensuring long-term dam stability. The Tailings Management Facility will contain extensive dewatering systems to mitigate pressure that may build up within the structure. After closure, the Tailings Management Facility has room to hold more water than a 30-day rainfall with an accompanying snowmelt, which is the largest storm possible that could occur once in 10,000 years. Should this happen after the end of mine life, spillway channels will allow clean water to flow out of the facility without causing structural harm. In 2014, after undergoing a comprehensive environmental assessment by the Canadian, Federal, British Columbian, and Nisga'a-Lissam's governments, KSM received its environmental approvals to proceed. The assessment took 7 years to complete. Almost 35,000 pages of research and technical information was produced. More than 250 scientists, engineers, Indigenous technical experts, and regulators developed and carefully reviewed the information. More than 15,000 people from British Columbia and Alaska participated in public meetings, consultations, and project information sessions before the proposal was approved. KSM will be a medium-sized mine compared to a range of global mines. Many mines in Chile, Indonesia, and Peru are much larger. Comparable-sized projects are also being safely operated in BC. KSM Tailings Management Facility design has been evaluated by a fully independent, experienced, and technically qualified third-party review board called the Independent Geotechnical Review Board, or IGRB, composed of 8 people with more than 300 years of combined dam-specific experience. This group continues to provide independent expert oversight, opinion, and advice to Seabridge on the design, construction, operational management, and ultimate closure of KSM's Tailings Management Facility. Reports produced by the IGRB are publicly available on www.ksmproject.com. Many years from now, when it comes time to close the mine, we will do several things to ensure continued safety and stability of the Tailings Management Facility. We will place boulders to provide long-term protection on the dam faces, plant natural ground cover on the tailings beaches, build additional spillways in the stable rock at the ends of the facility, and allow excess water to flow out over the spillways. We will store only a minimal amount of water in the facility over the long term. Finally, we will regularly and continually monitor the Tailings Management Facility far into the future. Seabridge is committed to responsible and sustainable operations now and in the future in all communities in which we operate. To learn more about the KSM project and its Tailings Management Facility, please visit ksmproject.com or our office in Smithers, BC.